Welcome
right.
to the This, That, and the Other podcast. We are here. Right, guys?
We are here and we are present.
We made it. That's good.
So we are starting this podcast. It's going to be a super fun and super fun-filled, podcast that we are going to talk a lot about God and a lot about, the culture, trends, and changes that are going on in our everyday lives from a student standpoint. These are going to be super cool episodes, and this is just an intro episode just to get to know us and who we are. So,
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could tell them a little bit about the old YouTube channel we got.
So our YouTube channel is This, That, and the Other, and we would really, really appreciate it if you subscribe and turn on the post notifications. I've always wanted to say that.
So you
Good.
will see the notification whenever we upload to watch that new episode.
And they're not going to be crazy long because I know y'all's attention span is like 4 seconds. So you're welcome.
So yeah,
They won't be too long. So it will be good. We will have an episode coming up on morning routines, and although that sounds a little boring, it'll be better than it sounds.
It's really good.
Yeah, it'll be good. We'll have that one out sometime this week. We have a pretty important guy editing this podcast. You might know him.
not many people see what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, you want to
This
just
is our
make a
hidden
quick
gem.
appearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing
other
at
than-
6'3", Drummond Ivy.
There he is.
Oh, wrong one.
He is a graduate of Student Leadership University 101, which, by the way, you guys are going to this summer. It'll be good.
It's gonna
Yay.
be a bunch of fun.
About 18 students going.
Super excited.
It's going to
Yeah.
be good. So I'm going to begin by saying I teach ninth grade Bible. Married to my wife, Joy, and I have Cohen, a 10-year-old who attends Trinity Christian Academy, Miss McNaughton's class.
Yep.
And by the way, he thinks that Tuesday they go back to school. We're out Monday. We got
Right.
a snowstorm coming to Florida.
Please, hopefully, we're praying.
It's heading this way. So anyway, he had a bad day Friday because they had a sub. They were misbehaving. He said he was innocent.
Of course.
But we were
course
at lunch
he did.
today. Carson heard Cohen talking about it, so he texted Cohen's teacher and said, "Hey, Cohen's upset."
Shout out Mrs. Mack.
Yes. And so all that to say, Tuesday could be a long day. But he's at the academy. Lucy, who is 5,
Woo!
is
Love that girl.
also at Trinity.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's out and about. But that's kind of a little bit about me. I love teaching.
Cool.
Good times, ninth grade. And I think we're going to have plenty of content because I have a lot of questions.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. I'm Kennedy. I work at our coffee shop here on campus, and I also am newly a paid intern for
Oh,
our
yes.
youth group. This has
Paid.
been
Wow, so leave me hanging
paid
like that.
intern. So excited.
You did hit her in the face with a piece of paper.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got that.
But I'm super excited. My heart is in youth ministry, and I just love pouring into the students' lives and making relationships. My ninth grade girls, I love you so much, and this is a shout out.
Who are your ninth grade girls? Because that's my class. Do I know them?
Devin, Lily, Elle, Krista, Evelyn, Sophia, Harley, all of them.
Yikes.
Oh.
Oof.
She just said her favorite, so if she left you out, then
No, Giovanna.
okay.
I'll
get it.
name them all if you
I
want.
can tell you what kind of a quality student they are on whether or not
They're not.
they are going to winter weekend.
Hey.
Which is not, it's not a who's, it's a what. You want to say something about that real quick?
Yes, Winter Weekend is coming. If you are not a part of a youth group, come to Vive, 6:30s on Wednesdays at our Hammond and Oak Cliff campus. Quick plug. But we are having a little winter retreat / winter weekend. It is February 14th through the 16th. No, through the 15th.
Valentine's Day?
Yep.
14th through the 15th, one day.
I think it's 16th.
No, it is 14th through the 16th.
Yeah.
You were
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, you were right the first
Sorry,
time.
guys.
She gets
I'm-
paid?
The newly.
You're fired.
Okay.
All right.
But there's still time to sign up, so please come. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely.
We might do a podcast there. That'd be a good
Live
idea.
podcast,
Ooh.
live audience.
Live audience,
That would
maybe.
be good.
Who knows?
That
or we
would
might
be
just come
so
and
scary.
we might come around and interview y'all. So don't get
That would be
scared.
really
Oh,
cool
we
too.
are. Carson, tell us about all the things.
What's up, guys? My name is Carson. I also work at the coffee shop, but I get the privilege of leading all the worship at our Oakleaf campus for our youth ministry, and it has been a joy. And I just love. I think my heart is in worship, and just taking that step is a super big thing in my life. And yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Well, I think everyone needs to know Kennedy a little bit more because here's what I think.
Just Kennedy.
Like, no, you'll appreciate where I'm going.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Everybody thinks that Kennedy is just some nice, sweet soul.
Don't
There was
let
a
her
time
fool you.
at camp.
Where are you going with
You
this?
want to take over from here?
I have
Go
no
ahead,
clue
tell
what
them.
they're talking about here.
Yes,
Tell the
you do.
story.
I do?
All right.
Somebody got their feelings hurt.
I know exactly what they're talking about.
Tell the people.
Let's go back to summer camp
Man, how long ago was this?
2022.
Whoa.
This is my
Throwback.
first year as a counselor.
She was trying to let her
And
know.
let's just say I was a little power hungry.
Ooh.
But
Finally, the truth comes out. She's never said that.
Oh, okay.
So she's grown. Keep going.
I found the Lord. Thank you.
Yeah, he finds you.
Amen. So there was this certain group. So I was like 18. There was these certain group of 10th grade boys.
Just who name them?
Carson Ivy.
Okay.
And there were others too, but all I remember is Carson. And it was the last night, and me and a couple of my other counselor buddies were the leaders down by the basketball courts because they had a couple other things they could, go around and hang out for the last night. But there was nobody at the basketball courts. So I called our youth pastor. I said, Joel, there's no one here. Can we just go ahead and shut it down? It was like 15 minutes before lights out. He said, sure, go ahead. There is a group of guys coming down. Just tell them to turn around and find something else to do. I said, no prob. So sure enough, we're walking down. We meet them halfway. And I go, hey guys, just letting you know, there's no one down there. Lights are turned off. Joel said to go find something else to do. Or I said, go find something else to do. And they go, Joel said we could come down here. And I said, well, Joel said to tell you to turn around. And they just kept walking.
I'm just going to keep letting her speak until she's
Yeah,
done.
You'll
I'm
get a
right.
shot.
And if anyone tries to tell me otherwise.
Can I
Nope,
say the real
I'm not
story
done.
now?
I'm not done.
There's more.
No, you're done. All right. So this is the
and
real
then-
story.
Wait. Because
They keep walking.
you get your last shot.
Okay.
Yes.
They keep walking. And
Oh, wait. Like disobeying you, by the way.
yes,
They're
ignore me and just kept walking.
Unchristlike.
I said, I don't think you heard me. I said, turn around and find something else to do. And
There's
they,
the power hungry. That's what she was talking about. The sassiness. All
I
right.
don't think that was power hungry. I think that was a power move.
Oh, okay.
Power mood,
Way to clean
maybe?
that up.
I don't know.
And so I made them all stop. And I looked at them, I said, you know what, guys? I've had it up to here with you all week. You are disrespectful. You don't listen to anybody. And you're just rude.
Yeah.
And I said, when someone who has authority over you tells you to do something, what do we do? And Carson over here, who was like 4'2",
Oh, God.
said,
Just had to throw that
we
in.
do it. And I said, so we're going to turn around and find something else to do, correct? And they all look at me. I said, yes, ma'am. And Carson again goes, yes, ma'am. And we turned around, and I basically walked with holding their hands back to the cabin row.
You're up.
And some kid cried.
And you were
She
probably-
didn't say the end of the story. We still went and played basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they turned around, and they went back.
So this is the real story. All right. So this is.
what do you
hey,
mean the
no,
real story?
you've
Like I wasn't there?
Hey, so you've had your time talking. It's my time. All right.
Who's older?
Who's more mature?
Power.
That is a
Ooh.
All
big
these
fat
power moves.
lie.
So let me tell you the real story. Here we go. So it's getting late. It's like one of our cabin leaders. His name's Russ. He has already left. So it's just all of us 10th grade guys, and Jeremiah. Shout out Coop. We love you, Coop.
He's a good one.
He is,
And
except for this night.
we were like, oh, Russ is gone. He was like the law enforcer in our cabin, and he's like, Russ is gone. We're gonna have the
Because
time
y'all
of our
needed
lives.
it.
It was like the Thursday night of camp. Like we have all been partied out, and we just wanted to do one last hoorah before we go back home, right? And we see Joel and Kiki outside our cabin, and we're like, hey, Joel, Kiki, what are the chances of us going to play basketball? Like, and it's like almost midnight, maybe like 12:30, who knows? And we get going, and he's like, oh yeah, you have fun, just be quiet whenever you walk out. I'm like, all right, cool. So we walk out, and we walk down cabin room, and we are in a standstill with Kennedy,
And I'm winning.
Colton, Sheridan, all these people. And we were like, all right. So Kennedy thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. Her first she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. You know, her first year at camp, you know, being a little leader of her, just a little 18-year-old, look at her. And she's just going.
I was taller than Carson.
Oh, gosh.
You just had to throw that in there.
I did.
This was Carson before he hit puberty, but that's besides the point. Anywho, she is in a mood right now. She's hungry, hangry. She's going through it all. And she's just unloading a can on us. Granted, I will give her that a lot of the kids in my cabin were being super disrespectful. I'm not going to name drop because...
I won't.
Please don't.
They're definitely not watching.
They're just being super disrespectful, this, that, and the other. Hey. Plug. And she's just going off. And I'm not going to lie, it was so scary.
I was cooking.
She was cooking. And I was just sitting in the middle of the crowd, and she was like, said whatever she was. I was listening to like every other word she was saying. And she was like, all I remember is us saying yes, ma'am to her. That's all I remember.
You said yes, ma'am, to...
I made them.
And she made us.
I didn't let them leave. They said yes, ma'am.
Anywho, she makes us all walk back, and we all get to Joel, and Joel's like, "Yeah, I told them to go play," and we ended up still playing basketball. So she thought she
I need
ate.
Joel to like put his input because he vividly told me to tell you guys to turn around. Like, what was the point if he was just gonna let them
So,
go back?
So
we have our first guest.
Hey, remember whenever I said I was talking? Yeah.
Yeah, remember how you're literally taking forever?
So, the moral of the story is Kennedy did all of that just to be, told otherwise. So.
I would also like to point out, while all this was going on, Coop was standing there like he was one of the kids I was yelling at. Didn't help at all.
Coop, that was his first year. All right.
Well,
Anywho,
that is what you're getting
that's what you're gonna get out of us
on
for this first episode.
that, and the other show.
What
That
a
will not be
starter.
their first argument. Won't be their last.
First of many.
I love to argue.
But join us, and we'll see you episode 1. When are we going to drop episode 1?
I think that's a Drummond question.
Drum- That is a Drummond question.
Ivy. It'll come. Just watch our Insta. What's our Insta?
It's the this,
Also,
that,
this,
and
that,
the other
20
show 2024. I
Yeah, we
think,
have
even though it is
71
2025.
followers.
Follow the Instagram.
7?
Follow us on
71.
all social media.
We'll have merch soon, but I
Everything
really
will
am
be linked
excited
also.
Yeah.
about
I don't know how to do that. Hopefully Drummond does.
winter weekend.
All
All
right.
right, we'll see you soon.
Peace out.
See ya.